What's up, guys? So I know we're all a little bit bored during this quarantine season right now, so I figured I'd do a little series of some crafts that y'all could try from home. So today we're going to be making a little miniature spooky cake out of some Sculpey, and we're going to be using glow-in-the-dark because glow-in-the-dark is the best. And the cake part is going to be lavender, and then we got some red for some little details, and I got just a little slice of black here, which we will be turning into the spiderweb pattern. And then you're going to need a needle of sorts. It could be a sewing needle, whatever. You just need the little needle tip right there to be able to do the texturing. And you will also need some, you can't really read it anymore, but this is a Sculpey softener. You just add this oily goop to this and it will make it as liquidy as you need it to be. So stay tuned on this first installment of... First thing I'm going to do is start off with 2 equal parts of this lavender clay and smush it into 2 balls, which is going to become the cake substance. So there we have it, couple of balls. Roll them out somewhat evenly. The uneven nature of this did become a problem later on, just an FYI, so try to roll them as even as possible. Smush them into the same shape. Obviously, it would help if you had a circle-shaped cookie cutter type device situation, but unfortunately I did not, so I'm just making do with what I got. Now this glow-in-the-dark stuff, this is going to be in the center. This is the icing that goes in the center between the 2 cakes, so I'm rolling it out, trying to make it a little bit thinner than the lavender parts. Smush them together as best I can. And now we get to the fun part of the operation, cutting the slice of the cake out. Now my first attempt at this was a bit of a fail, as you'll see, and that is because of the uneven nature of how I rolled out the lavender parts. That's a big pooper. Nope, just smush it back in there and try again. Honestly, it doesn't make much of a difference if it's a little bit sloppy. We're gonna try again, and that was a fail, as you can see. So we're gonna try again, and that one's the most even as I could get. So we're just gonna have to deal with this one. Just smush the old piece back into place, and don't worry, we will fix it in just a second. Now I'm gonna scour all of the pieces together just to add some stability, and you know, it's just gotta be done. Now we are going to take that needle and we are going to texturize the cake part. What I'm basically doing here is doing a bunch of circle motions and then poke, poke, poke. So it's like circle, circle, poke, poke, circle, circle. So you're roughing it up and then you're like poking the rough pieces back into place. And that's what makes the little air pockets. It kind of makes it appear to have a cake-like or sponge-like texture in the end. Hopefully this is clear enough for you guys to see. Once you start doing it, you get faster and faster at it, and it's not such a pain in the butt. Once I got to the inside of the main cake, it was a lot quicker. And ta-da, there's a little baby cake slice. We'll just plop that there and get working on this. Oh, bam, almost done. Look at that speedy pace. Look at me, go, go, go. Poke, poke, circle, circle, poke, poke. It's pretty fun once you get going. Just take out all of your frustrations out on this here little cake and you will be good to go. Now here it is all baked and hardened. Baked it for 275 degrees for about 15 minutes. That was a thickums, so it needed a whole lot of time to cure. And now I'm going to mix the cake batter, and basically I'm just getting the glow-in-the-dark Sculpey and mixing it with the reducer. The more you add, the more liquid-like it will become. So just keep adding it and smushing it around until it becomes like a cake batter-like texture. And then we're going to plop it down and then basically smooth it right on. I just had a little knife, so that's what I used. I mean, hey, it's no professional stuff, but it worked for the most part. So I'm just gonna smush it on here, just like so, just like you're frosting a cake, a little mini cake. Now keep in mind, this is just about as sucky and misled of a technique that I would use in real life. So it's not that I necessarily suck at doing this, I just suck at cakes. So don't hate on the technique here. So here we are, all hella baked, and this is nice. Nice little piece here, looks pretty decent. Now we gotta add some details to this bish. So let's get on it. Uh-oh, we got a single black rose. So I'm feeling like, I don't know, it was kind of last minute, like putting a spider web in the background and putting a bunch of roses around the edge of the cake. So I'm basically just showing you how to make some simple roses. It's really, really easy here. Now I'm just making this pesky spiderweb design. Oh my god, this thing gave me so much hell the entire time. I thought it was going to collapse and fall apart. I edited out all of the fails, but trust me, this took me like a good hour to do this freaking spiderweb. Looking a lot better with all of the rose detail added to it. Yes, yes. Now I decided to make a little red spider tarantula detail in the middle of the spider web. So that's what I'm doing, smushing his little head and legs on there, and this was tedious as hell too, but in the long run it came out pretty decent. I'm pretty excited. Look at that little fella, add some fur on his little butt and some little eyeballs. Now I'm going to mix some of this TLS with some of the reducer to make it thin like water, and basically what this is going to do is make kind of like an adhesive so that when I bake all of this, the roses don't just fall off and all the spider webs fall off. This basically seals everything in like a clear glue. So that's what I'm doing here, filling in all of the little gaps with this stuff. Although it does look like a curious white liquid, it does bake nice and clear, so it won't look so questionable in the long run. So yeah, here is the little cake. Oh, you can see it really glowing. After I got it out of the oven and I got all that translucent liquid Sculpey in there to seal everything together and kind of glue it, keep it from all the little flowers and details falling off. So now all the flimsy webs and spider legs are really on there. Wow, that stuff destroyed my nail polish. Lovely. So yeah, that's it's not the best. It's pretty bad. I haven't done this in a long time, but yeah, I probably should have used red for the cake because that would have looked a lot cuter, but hey.